know your guest list, know what kind of allergies they're going to have, because that does make a huge difference.
Hello and welcome back to the Lakeshore Video Podcast. My name is George Nix, and with me today is Robin Gipson of Cuterie Graze. Welcome.
Hi. Thanks you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the podcast. I wanted to talk to you today because you're kind of in the same business as me. You're doing events, weddings, things like that. So I find it's good to network with other vendors within the same realm. So I wanted to talk to you about your brand new business, Cuterie Graze, which is a charcuterie mobile bar.
Yeah, it's a charcuterie mobile bar, but we also do tables and boxes, individuals. We put pretty much anything from a mini shooter all the way up to a full-size 5-foot bar that is temperature controlled.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is absolutely fresh to the guest every single time.
Nice. That's awesome. That's really cool. And you brought this for me today, a little sort of thank you gift for being on the podcast. And I thought this was really cool. So I just wanted to show it to you guys on screen right here. You got all kinds of different stuff in here. You got meats and cheeses and fruits and crackers and amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of honey. So if you just drizzle a little bit of honey on everything, it'll just make everything pop.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm definitely going to eat this after our show here. So I'll just set that down right here. But so I just wanted to get into a little bit of like how you got into this business. What caused you to want to do this?
Well, ever since I was little, I absolutely love to entertain people and I love to cook. I've been cooking since I was like 9 years old. So, that's just kind of been my passion. I love to feed people. Food makes people happy.
Mm-hmm.
And they always say like a way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I find that to be very, very true. But about a year and a half or so ago, I catered my nephew's wedding and we did a grazing table. We did a full size food table and it was so receptive. About a year later, I was like, I really want to quit my job. What can I do? I love to feed people. And I've been kind of playing around with food for a while and that idea for many, many years, but I was always so scared. Well, now I'm not scared. Well, I'm still scared. Don't get me wrong. I'm still scared, but I'm not as scared as possible or, things like that. So kind of where it kind of came from. And I was like, meat and cheese. Everybody likes meat and cheese or, some sort of that.
Yeah.
So why not put it together?
Do you have like an exact moment where you realize like I could actually turn this into a business?
Yeah, about a year ago, and after I did a few tables and whatnot for my family, they're like, "This is kind of creative." I'm like, "Think I can make money at this?" And they're like, "Sure, why not? Anybody, you can make money at anything."
Yeah.
So I just kind of was like, started playing around with it, started really doing a lot of research, watching a lot of videos. And there's one lady out in California, I think she's in Loomis. Her name is Jenny Blackwood. She just made it look so easy.
Mhm.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started following a few people that do it and just kind of see what they were doing, see how I could maybe do it myself in here. And as I did the research in Northwest Indiana, I really didn't see a whole lot of people that was doing it, especially now at a mobile bar.
Mm.
A lot of people do the tables and boxes and things of that nature, but I kind of thought a mobile bar would be a little bit more fun because it makes it more of a luxury experience.
Oh yeah. Yeah, true. I've seen these at weddings before and I always wondered like what goes into that? Is there a lot of prep that
Yes.
to get to that
A
day?
ton
Yeah.
of prep. Well, with my bar, it's, you'll get the bar for 2 hours, but then it's unlimited food. And so I have to make sure that I have enough food for all of the guests because they can come up as many times as they want throughout a 2-hour event.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So-
How do you kind of navigate that? Is there like you kind of have in your mind like how much people are going to consume per hour?
Yeah, typically it's about you kind of figure 2.5 ounces of meat, maybe 1.5 ounces of cheese per person, but I always add a little bit of extra because, my family are a bunch of like foodies. So they're like, oh, I don't want 2 pieces of cheese. I need 4 or 5.
Yeah,
So yeah,
cool.
I add a little bit more to that.
Yeah, that's good. What's something about running a mobile charcuterie bar that totally surprised you once you started?
The amount of work. I mean, I knew it was going to be a little bit of work, but just the fact of, oh my God, I probably prep probably at least 4 hours per event, maybe 6, depending
Wow.
on what it is, because you need to make sure that all of your meats are folded. You don't want to look unprepared.
Hmm.
So yeah, the prep is, and the amount of, food that it just really takes
Yeah.
to feed someone. I mean, you're feeding somebody from your kitchen. Yeah, you throw a bunch of stuff together. You can't do that with this kind of stuff. You actually have to be really prepared.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can definitely see that. What's like one of the most memorable events that you've been booked for?
I did a wedding this past October. My brother asked me to cater the wedding for his niece, well, his wife's niece. Um, And I got raving reviews of like, "Oh my gosh, this looks so nice." And I was prepared to only do 1 table. Well, they actually had 2 spots. Thank God I had enough food to do 2 spots,
Oh yeah.
you know? But I was prepared for like a 6-foot table, and now they're like, "Well, we only have this 4-foot table, but we have this other spot." So I was able to break it up and feed more people in the less time.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So,
Feel like in any business, it's like you kind of got to roll with the punches. Like
yeah,
anything can happen, and you just got to be prepared and like ready to just pivot. And yeah,
right.
that's great that you're able to do that. Um, what's like maybe one problem that your clients really are trying to solve when they book a charcuterie bar?
Well, they're trying to get the best bang for the buck, which I completely understand. Whenever you're trying to host an event, you don't want to be spending thousands upon thousands of dollars and have a really poor experience. And that's what I'm not trying to do. I'm trying to give them the best experience that I can for a profitable, a little bit of profit for me, but not rape them. And that's my whole thing. I don't like to um have people feel like I'm taking advantage of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so they're trying to get. I guess it would just be they're trying to get the best bang for
Yeah.
your buck,
Yeah.
like
I
everybody.
can see that because in weddings, it's like there's so many things that they got to pay for. That
Yeah.
expense just balloons up so quickly. So yeah, it's like you don't want you kind of got to work with them a little bit
Hmm.
and be something that's affordable.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
um,
that's what I'm trying. I don't,
yeah,
because I also had a wedding and I know what those expenses are.
yeah,
Obviously, that was 12, 13 years ago, but still, it's expensive. And I see whenever you put wedding on it, people just like, oh, I'm just going to jack it up 25%.
yeah, yeah.
I don't do that. What I would charge for a corporate event is the same what I would charge for a wedding. My
That's good.
prices are
That's
the
great. Yeah,
same.
that's how I am. I charge the same across the board for any
Yeah.
vendor because I try to keep it fair. um, so what's your unpopular opinion about charcuterie boards or event food in general?
My popular
Unpopular
Oh,
opinion.
unpopular.
I sent you the questions, but if you don't have an answer, it's okay.
No, I mean, um, hmm, the unpopular opinion. People feel that it shouldn't cost as much to do because it's just food.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, just food. You're not taking into account of my time to prep it, my time to make sure that it looks absolutely amazing for you whenever you walk in and your guests walk in. So that's not just a oh, here's some food on a tray. I
Hmm.
make it, very pretty. It's a statement piece.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and that's what people don't understand.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I didn't realize how much work went into behind the scenes, like prepping for that
Yeah.
and just making sure. I think like having it presentable and like it just adds an extra touch to the environment. Just having everything just perfect, like it's your big day, it's your wedding day,
Yep.
or it's a corporate event you're trying to show off to clients. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, I think it's important for sure.
And that's where I feel that the mobile bar is probably a good option because everything is completely fresh and it's sanitary. You don't have anybody else touching your food. And that's the way I really like the mobile bar aspect of it. Of course, I do the tables because that's more affordable for some people.
Hmm.
But with the bar, what they kind of maybe aren't looking at or understanding is that that's unlimited food. Like
Hmm.
you're not going to run out for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You go to a table, may not be any pepperoni left.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
Yeah. Definitely. I could see that. So how does the vibe of an event change once the charcuterie bar opens?
oh, everybody clamors to the food.
Hmm.
Everybody's like, "Oh, did you try this? Did you try this combination together?" And with the bar, that's where I like to do that is because I'm like, "Hey, try this cheese with this piece of meat or, throw a little bit of honey or jam on it," because people don't get that.
Hmm.
Like I find that to be I love to experiment with food and try different combinations to see what works best. And so we have charcuterie for dinner, lunch, breakfast, whatever. So we'll go get some other cheeses or something and just try different combinations out just so I can kind of give people more ideas of what
Do
to
you have a favorite go-to?
oh, without a doubt. Manchego cheese, pepperoni, hmm, and on a pita cracker or like a naan bread or something like that with a little bit of honey. That's number one. Or blueberry vanilla goat cheese on a wheat thin.
Oh, that
It will
sounds good.
change your life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what do you have something like that everybody orders, like everybody always wants a specific type of food?
No, not really. I mean, because a lot of people they want more variety.
Mhm.
And so like with the table, I give them, 5 or 6 different choices, or I just say, can I have freedom, free
Mhm.
reign? And they're like, oh, heck yeah,
Yeah.
free reign, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So,
Does it change depending on the time of day if it's
yes,
like a breakfast thing?
absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because like during breakfast, we would do more of like bagels, muffins, croissants, things of that nature. But during the afternoon or the evening, I'm going to do more meats and cheeses and fruits. It also depends on the time of the year, too,
Oh, yeah.
because meats and cheeses can only sit out for like 2, maybe 3 hours and still be within that health code.
Mhm.
But after 4 hours, it's really no good.
Mm.
I can't sell it after 4 hours.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
that's why I like the mobile bar because everything is on ice. So I
Yeah.
do 2 to 4 hour event and everything is on ice. So there is no, but I need to make sure that I'm not in the sun
Yeah.
because the sun definitely changes the
Mhm.
cheese and the meat. Um, the what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh. Um,
Just makes it go
the
back.
viability,
Oh, yeah.
so it's make sure it's fresh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What was the process like for building sort of like do you have like a cart you bring or
Yeah, yeah.
how's that
It's
work?
a mobile cart that actually goes down, and I can fit everything into my Subi. My
Oh, cool.
Subaru
Yeah.
Outback. I can build it all back down.
Nice.
I had a friend make it for me,
Oh, cool.
and he made a tray that is lined in steel or
Mhm.
like aluminum or whatever, so that it retains the coldness.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, like if it's something you can buy or if it has to be custom made or
Mm, both actually.
Yeah.
There are so many people out there that actually are building them now,
Mhm.
but mine was custom built where a lot of people don't have that tray underneath.
Hmm.
And so you're going to have to use 2 pans, one for the bottom where it's going to hold your ice or whatever you're going to keep it from. But then you have all of that heat underneath it. So it's going to, get warm much faster where here mine, it doesn't.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I actually have some built-in coldness to it.
Nice. Yeah, I like that building custom things and like making it work with what you have. Like getting it into the car is like the hardest part. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool that you had it custom made and everything. And it's performs better than the ones you can buy. So
It was pretty pricey, because I just want something simple. I'm a really simple person. I'm not real complicated. But he made it very, very complicated. I was like, "Oh, okay, well," and now I have muscles because this is
yeah.
heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the other part that people don't take into account is how much like physical labor goes into these types of things.
Yes,
So
for sure. I mean, I've got it down to a science that I can fit everything into my sous vide Outback.
nice.
Everything.
That's really
So,
cool.
yeah.
So I want to talk about sort of Northwest Indiana. What do you think Northwest Indiana, or why do you think Northwest Indiana is such a great place for a business like Cuterie Graze to thrive?
Because there are not a whole lot of businesses out there that do charcuterie and offer like a mobile bar. They, so I found that there are quite a few people that do the charcuterie, but I've also find of a lot of people that try to do it out of their home, and that is absolutely insane to try to do it out of your home. One is against health code.
Oh,
It's
really?
against the state regulations.
Oh,
So
wow.
to prepare that out of your home, you have to do it out of a commercial kitchen. And unfortunately, there aren't a lot of commercial kitchens in Northwest Indiana. I've only
Oh,
been able to find 2, maybe 3. Um, but most of them are here in Porter County.
oh,
Because
really?
I live in Lake County and there's only one
Oh, wow.
in the entire county that
Th-
offers that. And it's
That's
such a wait
interesting.
list. So, you know,
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that side of it. I didn't even know that like if you had to have like the commercial kitchen and stuff.
hmm Yep.
That's interesting. That's so you just like rent it
Yeah.
like for the day or for the,
By the hour.
by the hour?
Yep.
Okay.
I run them by the hour. Have to sign a contract because you have to be inspected by the health department 2 times a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So does that make it tough for like traveling to further away or?
Well, yes and no. Depends on like how far the travel is.
Mhm.
If I know that some of the weddings that I do in Michigan or whatnot, I do all of my prep a day or so before,
Mhm.
and then just go to the commercial kitchen, pick everything up, and then take it to the event.
Oh, okay,
Travel.
cool.
So just
Nice.
depends. And if
Yeah,
I'm doing a public event, traveling, then I have to find a commercial kitchen
that's
in there.
out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, you have to get certified with that actual county to do a public event.
Oh,
So
wow. So there's a
lot-
lot of regulations. Yeah.
yes, there
That
is.
sounds more complicated than what I do.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're dealing with the health department
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. That's what I like about video is there's not really any regulations. It's like as long as I make you look good, it's all good.
No. And of course, I have to pick like the most hard thing in the world to do with all the regulations. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, nothing easy is worth having.
Yeah.
It's got to be hard.
Yeah. That makes
So,
sense. I mean, it if it was easy, everybody would be doing it,
that's true. That is very true.
Um, what mistake or what's a mistake you made early on in the business that taught you the biggest lesson?
Portion control, not knowing the portions. I in the very beginning I overbought, and so I spent more money on the food than I actually made.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
so now I've kind of been able to hone that down a little bit because I love to feed people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I would, fill up their box and it would be probably $20 or $30 worth of food to a point, and you're only getting charged $17.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I overbought.
I could see that. Like, it's got to be tough to like just measure it. And it's probably like a trial and error.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Total
Yeah.
trial and error.
But at this point, you got it down.
I do. I have her down.
Yeah.
I've actually run out. I've sold out on a couple of my events because I know I did it right, but there was just so much. I ran out like 2 hours into, or an hour and a half or 2 hours before the event was supposed to end. I sold out. I'm like, I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That means
Yeah.
people like it.
Yeah.
That means people are enjoying it.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably for any chef. It's like their greatest compliment is that you ate everything.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So this is sort of advice to future clients. What's one thing people should think about before booking food for an event that most don't?
Know your guest list. Know what kind of allergies they're going to have because that does make a huge difference. have an idea of like how many people you're going to be feeding, because that also affects the price.
Right.
Because if I am feeding 100 people, I can't feed 100 same as I'm going to feed 200 people, the amount of food. And kind of have an idea of what you're looking for. Because if you're just looking for some sandwiches, cool. But if you're wanting a whole luxury experience, I can provide that for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes it more, yeah, you kind of get the point of, hey, I'm just going to go to get a sandwich. Okay, cool. You know what? Here's a plate that is crafted directly for you, by you, off of this.
Mhm.
You get to choose everything.
Yeah.
And then I can give them that recommendation of like, have you tried this cheese before? No? Okay, here, try this with this.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love to do that.
That's cool that you give that extra like special touch. You're not just like set it up and run away.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
you're gonna be
For
there.
a table, I would, because
Mhm.
that's kind of what it is.
Mhm.
But for the bar, no, we have mobile attendants that are there for the full 2 hours. They do everything from setup, serve, clean up. We provide everything. The only thing you provide is what food do you want on the bar and how are you paying for it?
Yeah. Yeah.
We do everything else.
And provide the people to eat it.
Yes, and provide the people that are going to eat it for sure.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. And I think that's something that like some people don't even think about is like the food allergy side of it. Like I personally can't eat gluten, so I get sick if I eat gluten. So it's always tough to go into any kind of like restaurant or event and stuff, and like a lot of times with weddings at least they'll ask me like if I have any allergies or whatever before the dinner comes
Right.
out and stuff.
Yeah.
So some people like if they're allergic to peanuts or something, like it could be deadly. Like we have
Absolutely.
to be very serious about
Yeah.
that kind
I
of
actually
stuff.
have a nephew that is allergic to dairy, gluten. So when we're planning dinners, it's like, what can we buy for him to eat? But yeah, so like I take that very, very seriously.
Yeah.
Are there any allergies? Because if anybody has a nut allergy, I'm going to remove the nuts from the bar and I will put them in a completely different, container where it's not anywhere close to the food. I try to take that very serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you have to. I mean, I've had friends who, um, they have an EpiPen and they ate peanuts on a taco one time by accident, didn't know it was in the sauce or whatever, and they had to use the EpiPen and go to the hospital because their throat was like closing up.
Ouch.
Not good. So yeah, it's good that you take it very seriously.
Yeah.
um, so this is sort of like in the future. If we fast forward 5 years, what do you want people to say about charcuterie or Cuterie and Graze? Sorry, I keep messing up the name.
That's okay. What do I want them to say in 5 years? You're crazy if you haven't booked them.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Because they care for their customers. They're extremely easy to work with. Um, yeah, I just want to be able to not have a corporate job anymore. And
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
best way to do it, honestly. Um, I, I haven't had a corporate job in 2 months now. I'm freaking loving it. I never want to go back to a clock, but with
yeah.
this economy, you never know.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do.
Well, I think you're going to be successful because I can see that you're so passionate about it. And when you're passionate about something, like it just, you make it happen. You find a way to make it happen.
Right.
So that's how I am too. Like I worked corporate jobs for 5+ years in Chicago. And when I jumped off and went into video full time, I gave it 110% because I do not want to have to go back to a corporate job.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's that's one of those things that like you never know what's going to happen, but I really believe like if you put all of your energy into it, it's going to work.
I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about this. So I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
I lose sleep. Did I do this right? I lose sleep over it.
Yeah, yeah. What's what's something that like you you hope to maybe uh within the industry? I always like to ask people if they like to have any kind of dreams or ideas of like changing the industry or just like streamlining something or just making it better in some type of way? Do you have any sort of like ideas of like what you're trying to like do better maybe?
I wish I could say that I would like to make it cheaper, but that's just not realistic,
Yeah.
you know? Um, I really would like to see more mobile bars out there because I really think that a lot of people would benefit from that. Um, because competition, bring it on, baby.
Yeah.
Bring it on because if I have a competitor, that just makes me better,
Mhm.
makes them better.
Yeah.
And so, the food industry has been around forever. And there's a lot of people that has done charcuterie before it was even popular, before I even knew what the word charcuterie meant,
Mm.
But now I just I just love it.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's cool. Where can we find your work? Or where can we get a hold of you?
Yeah, so I do have a website, cuteriegraze.com. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Uh, the website is cuterieNgraze.com.
Very cool. And is there anything else you wanted to add or anything
No,
little
I think
message?
I'm 30. Come book me. I'm booking for 25 and 20, or not 25 anymore. Oh my gosh, 25 and 26. And I do everything from a public event and markets to private events, corporate events, and weddings.
Well, I know if I was throwing an event or a wedding, I would definitely hire you. So
Well, thank you. You
yeah.
very appreciate that.
Yeah. All you guys at home, go hire her, go check out all of her stuff. She does a great job. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Bye. Thanks. Thanks, George.
Yeah, no problem.